We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season as it'll be the Thunderbirds of Brooklyn taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Santa Clara. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Purdy bootlegging it. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. McCaffrey is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Now Purdy. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk from 3 yards out. And the 49ers are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 43. Tracy trying the right side. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterboo. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Give up the middle, Scatteroo. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 118.
Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 15 yards on the play. First down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
An inside run with Scatteroo. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Oh, poor throw there, and it's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
First down, here's Scatteroo. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Foul.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the one. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Scatterboo. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Cam Scatterboo punching it in from a yard away. And the Thunderbirds take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. All right, big problems there on the conversion. A poor snap. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Outside. Watch out.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Purdy looking to throw. Over the middle to Evans. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Purdy. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Brings up second
and 10.
Get set.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem there's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Purdy. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Scatteroo to start the drive. To about the 35, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A give, it's Scatteroo. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
18. What's up?
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. The hitter here, it's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
18. What's up?
They'll run from the gun with Scatteroo. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him in this 1st half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Here we go. Let's go.
Here's Stroud. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
They'll start on the ground with Scatteroo. And he stopped immediately there. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Thunderbirds will extend their lead here just before halftime. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively or offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Final play of the half. Purdy. He's going to try and go deep again. That is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. 18.
Scatteroo going to run it out of the gun. Escapes the defender. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here we go.
And once again, it's Scatteroo. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Here we go.
Stroud looking to throw. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And they'll get him down at the 34. He's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
Yard pickup.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
118, what's that?
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
That flag, that'll push him back 5. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Solid return, pretty good field position. start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
A big play there from McCaffrey. 47 yards. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Throwing here, Purdy. They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners have cut it back within a score. Now for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score. 49ers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
A gain of 4. And this is third down.
On the handoff, this is Scatterboard. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A gain of 9 yards. First down from the Birds.
And Stroud now to throw. Finding room at midfield. Down the right sideline. Touchdown! A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they can't bring him down. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Purdy off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
Get set. Get set. On 18. On 18. Hot. 21.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 121 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he holds it in the zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
49ers.
Mecole Hardman, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
49ers 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. He'll dump this off to Scatteroo. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run here with Scatteroo. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a 2nd and 2.
All right.
Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. The kick by Sanders is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. This is 1st and 10.
Get set. Get set. Stop.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
They're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw is Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save the timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Get set. Get set.
Purdy to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Niners have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here?
The 49ers.
Here's Purdy to throw. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Get set. Hot.
A handoff. McCaffrey running right. Past the 20. 5. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Well, at this stage in the 4th, I thought they might work it down the field a little differently, but they go with the run. Hole opens up, and he's gone.
Were we mind melding there? Because you're thinking differently, meaning throwing the ball,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm with you. With that time on the clock, I thought the ball would be in the air on just about every play. And they came back and got them with a surprise because I think the defense was planning for that as well. That took some fortitude as a play caller. Give him high marks for making it happen.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And a good kick pays off as he's only able to get this out past the 10-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Stroud to throw it.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth. All tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. Gets around him. And he returns this to the 22. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people will go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Purdy to throw. He'll find his deep for Ayuk. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. Four quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as they'll be backed up to start this drive. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Let's go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. First throw of overtime, Stroud. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll give it to Scatterbury. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Scatterbury. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. That one goes for 8 yards.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Stroud to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here at OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
2nd and a couple. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now Stroud. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. Center's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
Oh, hey.
On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Brooklyn, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise in the preseason, the regular season, or with a fantasy.